All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to tackle one of the most confusing and honestly, one of the most guilt-inducing parts of the Bible, that intense feeling that you are literally at war with yourself.
I mean, have you ever had that feeling? It's so frustrating. You know exactly what you're supposed to do. You really genuinely want to do the right thing, and then you just don't. You do the exact opposite. It feels like a total personal failure. But as we're about to see, this struggle is as old as time.
You know, what's incredible is that the Bible actually has a name for this feeling. It calls it an inner civil war. And to really get our heads around it, we're going straight to the source, a letter from the Apostle Paul in Romans chapter 7. He just lays this whole conflict out in painful, honest detail.
Now listen to the words he's using here. Waging war, prisoner. This is not mild language. This tells you right away that this internal battle isn't some unique flaw you have. It's a fundamental, documented part of the Christian experience for the last 2,000 years.
So how in the world are we supposed to make sense of this war raging inside of us? Well, the key, I think, is a really powerful analogy that helps unlock the whole thing: the driver versus the car. See, Paul says there are two opposing forces at play here. On one side, you've got your mind. He says it's been liberated, it's been renewed, and it actually delights in God's law. It wants to do good. But then there's the other side, your body. He says it's still bound, still a slave to the law of sin, and it's constantly waging war against your mind. And that's where our analogy really comes into focus. Just picture this. Your new, renewed mind. It's like a professional race car driver. Super skilled, knows the track perfectly, and has every intention of winning the race. But they're forced to drive a completely wrecked car with a horribly bent frame and terrible alignment. That wrecked car? That's our body in its current state. So, the driver is turning the wheel, aiming for the perfect line on the track, but the car, because it's broken, keeps pulling hard over into the ditch. And here's the absolute most important takeaway from this whole thing. The struggle doesn't mean the driver is bad. It means the vehicle is busted. Your will isn't the problem. Your vessel is.
Okay, so that's a cool analogy, but how does this actually play out in our day-to-day lives? Well, this isn't just a metaphor. It actually describes a deep, profound truth about the reality we are living in right this very second.
This verse right here from Romans chapter 8 is the key that unlocks everything. Paul just states it so clearly. Even though your physical body is still subject to death because of sin, your spirit is alive right now because of righteousness. We are literally living in a two-part reality.
So let's trace the logic, because it's so important. First, the ultimate penalty for sin, which is spiritual death, that's been paid for. It's done. Second, the physical consequence of sin is still with us. Our bodies are mortal, they age, they get sick, they die. But third, and this is the game changer, the life of our spirit is already here. It's preserved, it's safe, it's fully alive.
So if you want to boil it all down to one simple sentence, this is our current state. We are a living, brand new spirit living inside a dying vessel. The driver is perfect, but the car is definitely on its last legs.
But here's the thing. That's not the end of the story. Not even close. The incredible news is that we are not stuck in this wrecked car forever. There is a future hope, a guaranteed fix for this inner civil war.
And that solution has a name. It's called the redemption of the body. It's this incredible promise that one day God is going to do for our mortal bodies exactly what He did for Jesus' body. He's going to raise it up and make it brand new. So in our analogy, we're not just getting the alignment fixed, we're getting a whole new vehicle.
You can almost think of it like a down payment. Right now, in this life, we've received the first part of the deal. Our spirits and minds are saved. That's the deposit. But the full payment, the whole shebang, is coming later, when our bodies will be saved too.
So that feeling of frustration, that constant inner conflict we feel, the Bible actually has a name for that too. It calls it the groaning phase. And it's the totally natural, expected sound of a free and liberated mind that's frustrated by the limitations of a dying body. It's the groan of a good driver waiting for a new car.
Okay, so let's pull all these threads together. We've got the conflict, the current reality, the future hope, and it all leads to this incredible, powerful verdict that kicks off Romans chapter 8. So here is the whole journey in a nutshell. We've got a liberated mind that wants to do what's right. It's stuck in a dying body, and the result is this constant conflict, this war. But that conflict isn't the final word, because our ultimate hope is resurrection, that new vehicle.
And all of this, everything we've just walked through, builds to one of the most powerful, liberating sentences ever written. The bottom line is this: therefore, because of all this, there is now no condemnation. Despite the struggle, despite the broken car, despite the groaning, there is zero condemnation. But why?
Because God judges the driver, not the car. He sees the driver's heart. He sees their faith. He sees their new mind that wants to follow him. He doesn't blame the skilled driver for the car's broken alignment. That struggle you feel? It's not a sign of your condemnation. It's proof that your spirit is alive and fighting.
And that leaves us with one last massive question, doesn't it? If we're not blamed for the broken car, if this whole struggle doesn't lead to condemnation, then what does that change about how we're supposed to drive this thing? Right here, right now, while we're still waiting for that new vehicle.